Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining today's session. We are excited to share that the WDO reporting system went live at 9 o'clock this morning. And so you now will see the green WDO activity button when you log into your Connect account. Earlier this morning, we did experience an unplanned system outage. The system was quickly restored, and our IT team is actively monitoring performance while continuing to investigate the root cause of that. While the system is currently stable due to the high volume of users, you may still experience an occasional lag or delay. If that happens, we just recommend that you log off and try again later or tomorrow. There really is no rush right now to get in there today, right this minute, and file everything. So if you're having some lagging issues, just log out, try it again tomorrow or the next day. We've entered blackout dates from the date the system went down on October 17th through the end of this month. So the downtime will not count towards your 10-day filing requirement. So we do ask that, you get in there at your soonest, your earliest convenience and file your activities. But if you're having some lagging issues, it may just be there's a lot of people in there right now using the system, and just try again at another date or another time. Okay. Today's demo, we will walk you through the new WDO reporting system, and then we will conclude with a Q&A session at the end. If you wanted to watch any prior town hall recordings, the first two of which we went over the process of creating the Connect account and linking the company, you will find those on our website, as well as the user guides. So if you go to the What's New and then under New WDO Reporting System Transition, that will take you to the WDO webpage. Where all that information and the links will be found. I'd ask that you please all hold your questions until the end of the demo. And with that, I will hand it over to Ronnie.
Thank you, Melissa. I do want you guys to keep in mind that even though the system has gone live, we are still doing this demonstration in a test environment. So it will be a little bit slower than the live environment. So to file your WDO activities, you go to the Connect login screen and enter the email address and the password that you use to register and click Login. You will now see the WDO activity button now that the system is live. To file your WDO activities, you click on that WDO activity button and click on Manage Activities. You can only manage activities for one branch office at a time. So if you're logged in as the principal registration, the PR will be permanent here. You cannot change that. Here you will be able to select which branch office you want to file for. If you're filing for the PR, there is no need to select a branch office. If you want to file for a branch office, you select that particular branch office and then click search. Once you click search, you will see the unsubmitted activity queue for that branch office, and you can proceed to add activities or upload a file for that particular branch. In this scenario, I am going to file activities for the PR, not for the BR. So I'm already there. Just like in the old system, you can either add activities one at a time, or you can upload a text file that is generated from your Termite program. To add activities one at a time, you click on the Add New button, and you type in the activity information. Here, where you enter the inspector's license number, you do not type in that field. That field is a drop-down box where you can select the inspector's license number for the activity that you are entering, and same with the activity code. If the inspector's license number that you wish to enter is not in that drop-down box, you can add it to your licensees by clicking on the Manage Licensees button and click Add New. Enter the new license number for the person or the license that you would like to add. You can add a first name or a last name. You do not have to. That's just for your information. And to make sure that they display in the drop-down box, this little box right here must be checked. So it has to be blue and be checked to display. And click Save. Also, while in this screen, you can manage the licensees that show up in your drop-down box. If you want to edit them, you can click the little pencil right here and edit any information, the license number, what branch office you want that person or that licensee associated to, add their first or last name. And if they don't work for you or they're on leave for a while and you don't want them to show up in your drop-down box, you can unclick the display button and click Save. If a licensee stops working for your company, you can click the little trash can button and it will ask if you're sure you want to delete this item. You say okay, and that license number disappears from your drop-down box. Going back over here to manage licensees, the activity that I added by clicking Add New is now down here in my unsubmitted activity queue. Right here, it tells you that we have the unsubmitted activity count is 1 because I have 1 unsubmitted activity. It will tell you your PR number and how much money is in your PR's account. If you submit activities by uploading a text file from your termite program, you click on the Upload File button and then click Browse. And then from your computer, you select the file that you would like to upload. That file name is now right here on my screen, and click Process File. The activities that were on that file are now uploaded to my pending queue. These little stop signs or hold buttons indicate that an activity is already in or has either already been filed or or is in your unsubmitted activities twice. So these are not the same activity. These are 2 different addresses. So we have to we can determine that these activities have already been submitted. So the stop sign kind of just makes you review that activity and determine whether or not you really want to submit it. You cannot click the select box until you've either chose to override it by clicking on it. By clicking on it, it turns to a green thumbs up button, which will allow you to select that button, and you can file the activity if you wish. If you need to edit the activity because maybe this was a completion and not an inspection, then you can click this little pencil and make any changes to that activity that you wish, and then click Save. Now that I click Save, it is no longer a duplicate because I changed the activity code on it. So if you choose to override that activity, then you can go ahead and click that thumbs up button. You can individually select activities to submit them and then click on Submit Selected to file the activities. Once you click Submit, an activity acceptance alert will come up and it will provide you with a submittal number. When you close this box and close your Manage Activities box, That submittal will now show up on your account history right here. At the very, very top, it will show you your old balance, how many activities you filed, how much you spent, and your current balance. Here, you can click on the submittal link and it will show you all of the activities in that submittal. Or you can click on the green PDF button to preview or download a PDF of the submittal. The PDF includes all of the activities on the submittal, as well as your prior balance, how much you spent, and your current balance. I am going to upload another file that has more activities on it. This is a question that I got asked a lot today. Process file. Oh, oh no. Okay, here we go. So here we can see that there are a total of 11 activities. If I override these because I want to submit them, and just like in the old system, the question mark indicates that there's something missing from the activity. So in order to correct that, you click on the little pencil and it'll tell you up here in red what is missing from the activity or what invalid data is on the activity. So we just need to correct that. So we'll add the missing inspector's license number. And once we do that, that box can be checked. I'm going to override this. When I click select all, it is only going to select the activities that are on this page that I can see. So if you want to submit all of the activities, you come down here and you view more records than what you have. So right now we only have 11, but if you had like 110 activities or something, go ahead and view 500. Choose the view higher than that so that you can submit all of your activities at once. Now it says that we're showing one through 11 of all of 11 activities. So we are seeing all of them. Now, when you click select all, you will submit all of them instead of just submitting 10 activities at a time. And then you click the submit selected. Again, you get your confirmation. And when you close out of everything, that submittal will be right here on top to view. So that is how you file activities and manage activities. The same thing for submitting activities. You can also check mark the boxes and mass delete activities more than one at a time, or do the select all and delete if you made an error. Every screen on this system has an export to Excel button where you can click that and it'll export all of the data here. So if you have a bunch of unsubmitted activities and for some reason you want to keep record of it, you can export that to Excel. Here we have our add funds button. This is where you can use a credit card to add funds to your account. You click there and it will ask you to select a payment method. The only payment method available is credit or debit card. The system accepts Visa, MasterCard, and Discover. We do not accept ACH payments, check with routing numbers or anything like that. All you can use is a credit card. There's 3 types of credit cards. It'll ask you what amount you want to add to your account. In this case, I'm going to add $1,000. There is a 2.3% service charge to all the credit card transactions. So it'll tell you your service fee here and a total of how much your card is going to be charged for the transaction. You enter your credit card number, the expiration date, and then fill in your personal information. Select your country from the drop-down box and your state. City, and then type in your zip code. Once all the information is there and complete, go ahead and click Pay and Submit. When the credit card processes, you will get a little green confirmation up here in the corner that says successful payment. You can look down here in your account history and see that funds have been added to the account. There's my $1,000 and my balance increase. You can also still continue to send a check or money order through the mail. If you do that, please be sure to include the WDO account deposit form and write WDO and your PR number on the check in the memo section. Here we have the Manage Threshold button. This is basically where the you can manage an amount where you want to be notified if the account balance is getting low. So if I want to have a notification be sent to me when my account balance falls below $500, I would enter 500 here and save it. If you do want to set a threshold alert, you do need to go into this provide access button as well and sign up for the email notifications. So you would mark the box that you want an alert on a low balance. This is also where you could manage your email notifications for submittals and checks being posted by just clicking the box for whatever email notifications you wish to receive. Also on the screen, you can add like staff access. So we talked about it before that if you want to add admin staff access, you would use this generate one-time code button and give your admin person a one-time code. If you want to give somebody access to your WDO system to file your reports, but you do not want them to be able to give access to anybody else, this is where you will do that with this provide access button right here. You would click add new and type in the email address that they use to register in Connect. It has to be the same email that they registered with and the exact last name. Once you type in their email address and their last name and click save, oh man, my apologies. I think I must have blocked that user during one of my tests. I don't know. I'm not going to keep trying.
Do you want to use one of mine?
I'm like, I can keep guessing all day.
Just do, yeah, Melissa.Zanetta. Admin 7.
And the last name.
Zanetta. Oh, shoot.
I think that's where I keep messing up
Yep,
too.
that's where I keep
All
messing
perfect
up.
names.
I try Mouse. I think that one's Mouse, but I could be wrong.
Yay,
Oh, good.
Good job. Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome.
So yeah, once you enter the correct information up there, exactly as they entered it in Connect, it will add to your list of users down here. As an admin person or an owner, you can see all of the admin staff and all of the staff level users here. An owner cannot see another owner, and an admin staff cannot see the owners. If there is an ownership,
Ronnie, we just lost audio. It could be a connection issue, but just one moment, folks. Thank you. Oops. Definitely looks like a connection issue.
Hold on 1 second. We're working on getting her audio back.
can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Now we can.
Yay. Okay. Thank you.
And you're going to have to reshare your screen. Sorry.
Oh no. Okay. I was just in here talking away, and Melissa came in and said, "You guys can't hear me." Okay.
There we go.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You bet.
So also on the screen, just like you can add new users, you can also delete users. So if somebody stops working for your company, you can come in here and just click the little trash can next to them. It will ask you if you're sure you want to delete this item and say okay, and then you can delete that user and they will no longer have access to your WDOs. This here is our cost summary button. This is a button that you can utilize as a company to monitor and track how much money your company has spent on WDO activities or how many activities your company has filed during a particular time period. You just enter the date range that you wish to check and then click search, and it'll tell you right down here how many activities. If you have branch offices, it'll also tell you how many per branch office and how much each branch office spent and a total for the entire company. Here we have a search button. This is where your company can search activities filed by your company. The database goes back 2 years, so you can search any activities that your company has submitted in the past 2 years. You can search by submittal number or the address of the particular activity, the date of the activity, who the inspector's license number that performed the activity. You can search how many inspections, how many completions. The difference between a transaction date here and an activity date, the transaction date is the date that you submitted the activity to the board. The activity date is the actual date of the inspection or completion that you performed. So if I type in a date range here, it'll tell me all of the activities that were submitted between this particular date range. And this is a test environment, so it's a little slow sometimes trying to gather the information. Thank you for your patience. There they are. So you'll get your search results down here, and it'll provide you with all of the information. It will tell you whether or not the activities were submitted timely or if they're late. And you could view them all here, and you can export this data to Excel. Eventually, we'll be able to export this to Excel. There it is. Here you can click on the Export to Excel button. That file will populate up here. Oh no, I got an error. Okay, I don't think that that's happening in production, but generally if you click the Export to Excel, it will come up here, and you can save that file for your records. Right here, there is also an Export to Excel button where you can export your transaction history for accounting purposes or whatnot. And the last thing I wanted to show you is if you are logged in as a branch office, you will only, you notice here that none of the links are, that only some of the links are clickable. That's because the rest of these submittals are not done by that particular branch office. So when you're logged in as a branch office, you can only see what your branch office does. If you're logged in as a branch office and you do a search, you can only see your branch office's activities. If you're logged in as the PR, you can see all the branch offices, everything. But that's why if you're logged in as a BR, you can only click on your particular links, but you can see all the other submittals here, just so that the money adds up and you can see that the transaction history is accurate. And I think that's about it. If we want to open it up for questions, I'd be happy to start answering questions.
All right, thank you, Ronnie. If you'd like to ask a question, you should look at the bottom of your WebEx screen if you're logged in by a computer, and you'll see a little hand icon. Click that to raise your hand. And if you're on a mobile device, you might need to click through the three-dot other options to find that little hand icon. And all of our call-in users can just press *3 to raise their hands. We will have some options. We're going to open up the chat in case people aren't able to use a microphone. So we will go ahead and open the chat now as well if you'd like to ask your question that way. So that's open. Now I did have a hand that was up for quite a while and now went down again. So if you had your hand up for a lot of the meeting, go ahead and click it again because it sabotaged your first hand. But we will go ahead and let's start with Jason Elliott. Jason, I'm going to send you a request to unmute your mic. It should come in as a pop-up, and some people report that it comes in as a separate screen on your web browser if you're logged in that way. All right. And as we're waiting for Jason, I will go ahead and read out one of the messages in the chat. Oh, and Jason's in the chat. Okay. So Jason's question, what money we had in the old system carry over to the new system?
Yes, everything that was in the new or in the old system was brought over to the new system. The account balances, all the transactions, all of the activities. If you had activities that were unsubmitted in the old system, they were brought over and put in your unsubmitted activity queue in the new system.
Wonderful. All right, and so thank you, Jason. Let's see, Atovar Pest Control, will you show us how to file the WDOs? I think we did that, but
Yeah, if there's time at the end of this demonstration, I will go ahead and show you again. I did show it already in this demonstration and on all the demonstrations before. If I don't have time at the end of this demonstration, I will send you a link to where you can watch it from the previous demonstrations.
fantastic. I was just going to say there are recordings, so we can get that to you. Let's see, Westgard Termite says, I submitted this morning but didn't receive a confirmation email.
Okay, you're only going to receive a confirmation email if you've gone in over here to where it says provide access and clicked where it says email submittal PDF. If you have not subscribed, if you have not done that, then you will not be getting the confirmations. You can, however, if you want to go in now and subscribe for the email notifications, but you missed a couple, you can go into your transaction history here and download or preview and print the same PDF confirmation that would have been emailed to you.
Fantastic. So there is always a way to get to it. Good. All right, let's see. Sandy would like to ask, what's the difference between transaction date and activity date?
The transaction date is the date that the activity was submitted to us. So it's basically the submittal date. The activity date is the date that you guys enter when you're typing in an address. So it's the actual date that you put on the report of the inspection or the completion that you're reporting to us. That's an activity.
Super. All right, let's hop over to the raised hands. XIT Termite, I'm going to send you a request to unmute your mic so you can ask your question. You should get a pop-up. And we've had some good conversation going in the chat. So if you can't get to the unmute, you can always enter the chat by looking at the bottom of your computer screen for the little chat bubble. And that will have the field where you can type in your question. Let's see. Oh, Aaron Comstock just wants to report successful transmission today. Yay.
Yay.
Exactly. And for everyone who is looking for the recordings, if you can open up the chat window, Melissa's gonna put in the link to the chats, to the recordings that you can find on the Structural Pest website. So Samantha reports, I do not see any green button under my license type to upload files or add funds.
Okay, if you're not seeing a generate one-time code button or a WDO activity button, then chances are you have not linked your company. Under the licenses section, you should see something that says principal registration and your PR number. And if you're not seeing that one-time code button in the WDO, then you need to click on the green license link button and link your license using your company's tax ID number.
Great. MT Helix would like to ask, when do I have to file separately, like per inspector, or will it be all done be at once?
You only have to file separately if you're filing for different branch offices. So if your company has registered branch offices, you can either file all the branch offices activities under your principal registration. You don't have to file the branches separately. But if you are logged in and you link to a branch office instead of the principal registration, then you can only file for that branch office. I think that's what you're asking. You can file all your inspector's activities on one submittal. That's not a problem. All of your company's activities on one submittal. The only thing is that if your filing as a branch office, you can only file activities for that particular branch office. Please let me know if I did not understand that correctly.
Okay, great. Our next question from the chat is from South Bay Fumigation. Does the WDO website stay the same or did it change?
It did change. You will now log into WDO through the online licensing system Connect. It's the same login, same website for the licensing system as it is for WDO now.
Great. Yan wants to ask, how can we find the date of the last report we submitted before the website closed down, the old one?
You can click on the WDO activity button, and one of the options within that button is the search button. If you just click that and then type in, actually, you don't have to type in anything, just click search. It will search all of the activities that your company has submitted in the past 2 years. If that number exceeds, I think, 100,000 records, then they won't all show up and you might have to narrow down your search. But for most companies, that should be sufficient.
Okay, great. Jason Elliott is following up with the earlier question about what did the old funds transfer over, which they did. Jason says, so then once that is used up, then we will start using the credit card payment?
You can. You can start using a credit card payment, or you could continue to mail in a check like you've always done. It's totally up to you.
Great. All right. Let's see. Amy, Amy says, I would like a recording of it, the WDO submittal. I don't know that you have the capacity in the board to email individual people, but as far as I know, all of those recordings from the last few weeks have the procedure in them, correct?
Yeah, so Amy, oh, thank you, Melissa. I was just going to say, Amy, right above your comment, Melissa had put a link to the other ones. I will show you guys, though, that on the page that Melissa is linking, these first 2 town halls on October 7th and October 14th, we did a demonstration of how to create an account in Connect and link the company. There is not a demonstration of how to file WDOs on these first 2 meetings. On the October 21st meeting and the meetings and any of the meetings after that, that's when we did actual demonstrations of reporting WDOs and how to use the system once you've created an account and linked.
Perfect. Aaron Comstock wants to confirm, can I still send payment through the mail?
You sure can.
Wonderful. Westgard Termite also is, I guess, following up saying, so for all the ones I filed too, they won't be late?
So
Can you
we
reiterate the
stopped,
blackout period?
yes. So we stopped counting days when the old system went down on October 17th. We suspended the 10-day filing requirement. The blackout dates will remain in effect at least through the end of this month, through November 30th, to allow you guys time to get caught up. So if it was not late already on the 17th, it will not be late until December 1st.
Great. And we've got a second person asking how they can find the date of the last report submitted before the website got updated. I think maybe if you could walk them through that, that would be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. So if you go here, once you click your WDO activity button and click this search button right here, you can enter search criteria if you know about the time that you filed last. If you don't, just click search and it will pull up all of the activities that you've ever submitted. And it might take a minute because It's going to pull a lot of transactions probably. I've done a little bit of testing with this account.
Would you suggest maybe just limiting it to like July 1st through the current date?
Yes, if it's a lot of data, you can limit the transaction date or the activity date if you have a roundabout idea. I kind of, in this case, suggest searching by activity date and not transaction date. That way you can kind of see if there's a gap in your filing. Sometimes you think that maybe you uploaded a file. Oh, yeah, I uploaded a file in June, but you didn't. So you might be missing like a month's worth of activities.
Okay, great.
So here we can search by or sort by activity date. This one right now is bringing up the oldest activity date. If you just click up here, it will sort or it will resort it and bring the most recent activity date to the top. So you'll kind of know where you left off.
Fantastic. All right, fantastic. Thank you. Mike Barker says, I believe I made my own account in the main account and then invited the company account to mine. Is this okay? And if not, how do I change it?
So what it sounds to me is like you created your personal account and that you might have linked your operator's license to, and then linked the PR, and then gave a one-time code to somebody else to link as like your admin person. And if that's the case, yes, that's perfectly fine. If you need to make changes to anything, you can give me a call or shoot us an email and we could take a look at what exactly happened, but there really is not a company account. You can link to the company, but you cannot create an account just generally just for the company.
Okay, so Mike, follow up if you need to. Rhonda McKee asks, how often do these reports need to be filed?
The reports are required to be filed within 10 business days, but like we said, that 10-day filing requirement is suspended for the time being. It was suspended October 17th through November 30th to obviously you guys couldn't file while the system was down, but we do want to give you guys some time to learn the new system, ask questions, and get caught up.
Super. And MT Helix just wanted to coordinate, let you know, perfect, thank you. They are only one office, so they've got that down. Again, the link is posted for the recordings. The previous weeks also showed how to file the reports. So that's available to everyone. Erica Renaga says, I uploaded a whole month of activity, but it only allowed me to file separately. I now know how to file a lot at one time, but when I upload the dates missing from the original upload, it says that it's already been uploaded, but I don't see it.
Okay, I'm thinking that you just need to come down here in your pending activity and view more records. Because if there's more than 10 records, there's multiple pages. So if you come down here and if you just throw it to 1,000 every time, you should be able to see everything that's in your pending queue.
Okay, great. So Erica, if that doesn't make sense or doesn't seem to be the situation you had, please follow up.
Yes, please give us a call or shoot us an email and I'll work with you to try to figure out what's going on specifically for your company.
Fantastic. So someone from Westgard Termite asks, so in the Connect website, Can I get someone licensed online?
I'm sorry.
I can
Cut
take
out
that one
for
while
just a
you're
second.
doing that. No worries.
Thank you.
So yes, the Connect is the online licensing system. That is the main purpose of the system. We just so happen to add WDO in the online licensing system. So yes, to answer your question, you can your licensees can create an account and create exam applications and license applications to become licensed. That is the process now. Hopefully that
Perfect.
answers your question.
Right. And this might be related. What is the difference between licenses and applications?
So in the licensing and an exam system, you can create a license application or an exam application. If that's what you're asking, the exam application must be submitted first so that you can take and pass the examination before you can submit a license application.
Ronnie, I wonder if they're referring to the user dashboard, the two boxes, one for application, one for licenses. Are you still working on that screen or can we go to the dashboard?
Sure.
Perfect. So I don't know if this answers your question, but the top box is for the licenses. So if you link a company for WDO, or if you have a individual license, you can also link that as well, and it will show up here. So if you have a field rep or an operator or an applicator license, you would go through the same linking process, and then it would show up under your licenses. Applications, if you submitted an application for a company, exam, license, that would all be here underneath applications.
Or if you wish to submit a new application.
Yes.
Super. That sounds like those terms match up with the question. So great.
Yes,
Thank
that
you.
makes more sense.
So Becca is asking, in order for the owner to add admin staff to submit activities, does that admin staff need to register their own account first before they can be provided access?
That is correct. So anybody who is going to access WDO or create an application, every single user is going to have their own separate account in order to be linked. So your admin staff would have to create an account. Once they've created an account, then you would generate a one-time code for them. Once you have that one-time code, when they go to license link, they would say that they're not a business owner. And instead of asking for the company's tax ID number, it would ask for that one-time code to be entered. So they would have to enter that code there in order to link.
Super. All right. Mike Barker asks, can I upload a file in the same format as we did before? Or if not, what format does it need to be?
Yes, the system will accept the same text file that was previously used in the old system.
Beautiful. All right. And Jen wanted to make sure if we do choose to continue to mail in a check, do we send it to the same address and made out to the same name?
Absolutely. We're still here. Please make it to the Structural Pest Control Board and continue to mail it to the address on Evergreen Street in Sacramento.
Perfect. Dan asks, you already answered this, so sorry for the repetition, but just to be clear, we have a PR and 3 BR offices. Previously, we needed to file 4 separate submittals. Can you confirm that we now can file activities from all 4 offices with 1 submittal just under the PR? And does the BR designation go into that submission anywhere? Or we just now put all activities under the PR?
Dan, it's actually totally up to you. So even in the old system, there was no requirement that activities are filed under the branch office if they're done for the branch office. There's a lot of companies out there who have branch offices that file all of their branch office activities under the PR. However, if you're using a termite program to create the file to upload. If the file has the branch office number on it, because that's on your reports or whatnot, then the system is not going to accept the file unless you're uploading it as the branch office. So you would have to remove that, the BR number from the text file, or have your termite program provider remove the branch office number from the reports. If you decide to upload everything as the PR and not as the branch office, then the system will never recognize which branch office did what report. So, as a business, from your business perspective, if you want to be able to see, what each branch office has done, then you are going to want to continue doing the filings under each particular branch office. If you don't care, if it's kind of, you guys are all one company and you don't need to make that determination, then you can definitely file everything under the PR.
Okay, great. Let's see. Marvin Olson says, I'm speaking with Melissa through email, but I wanted to know if anyone else was having a challenge uploading multiple inspections and completions. When I try this, it only uploads one property.
Marvin, I asked if you can please send me the file that you're trying to upload. I would like to take a look at it and see why that is happening. I've tested hundreds of files during the development of this system, and I have not come across that. And I've tested specifically for that. So I would really like to see the file that you're uploading so I can try to determine what's going on and get to the bottom of this for you.
Just to confirm, Ronnie, I did get that, so I'll provide that to you once we're done today.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Super. All right. And Mike Barker says, got it. I'll need to reach out to you later after I try to use the new system to upload an activity report in case I have a problem. Thanks.
Thank you.
Dina's asking, do we need to create a new account with a new username and password?
Separate than the old account. Yeah, so yes, the old WDO system has been taken down. It will never come back up. So you will not be able to use your PR number to log in anymore. You will need to create an individual user account in the Connect system and link your company registration in Connect.
Super. And if anyone missed the mailing address or mailing instructions for mailing checks and WDO deposit forms, Melissa has put that into the chat as well. So as I said, the chat is that little speech bubble icon. It's probably at the lower right of your WebEx screen if you're on a computer. If you logged in on a mobile device, it might be somewhere else. And it looks, let's go ahead and ask one more time if anybody has any questions. You can either click the hand icon to raise your hand, or you can type your question into the chat. We do have time for a few more, and we will stay open until we don't have any more questions.
I do want to point out also that on the website that Melissa keeps posting, where we have the information for the new WDO system, there are user guides that are available to look at to help guide you through the steps of filing your reports. There's a user guide for registering and linking your company and assigning roles. That's both using the generate one-time code button, and we will be adding the provide access button as well to this user guide. And then there's guides on how to file the activities manually. That's by entering them one by one, or how to file using the text file. If you're more of a visual person rather than watching us do the video and kind of moving a little bit fast and going through things, if you want to use the user guide, all the steps are there as well.
Beautiful. And so somebody clicked on the main Pest Board website link that Melissa's been putting, and she's having trouble from the main website finding these recordings of the town halls. Is there a way you can start from the very top level site?
So this is from our homepage where
Great.
the www.pestboard.ca.gov. If you come down here to what's new, the very first thing on there is the new WDO reporting system transition. If you click there, you'll have all the information, all the user guides, all the town halls, a link to the new reporting system, information about payments, how to register, how to log in, how to assign roles, how to file activities. And then at the very bottom, there's links to all the town halls. The first two show you how to register and link your company. The October 21st, 28th, and November 4th demonstrations were actual live demonstrations, just like we did today, showing you how to use the system and file your activities.
Perfect. Thank
Ronnie,
you.
I wanted to add that the recordings, once we're done, we have to wait for about a week and a half for it to actually be ready and available to publish. And we're still waiting for the last one to get back. So that's why the most recent one you see posted is November 4th, and you will not be able to access today's for probably a good week and a half. Until we can get it back from our IT department and they can get it published for us. Okay.
And
But the
there's
same
really,
content was covered.
yes, the same content's covered in the 21st, 28th, and 4th. You do not need to watch all three or wait for today's or wait for the one from November 12th. I believe it was October 21st one where we did the demonstration without all the Q&A.
Yes, I believe so.
So I believe this one here on October 21st is a shorter video where the recording does not include all the questions and answers from the industry. It's just a recording on how to file. So you can use that one to kind of go back on.
Okay, fantastic. And then Jose reports, I was able to input my operator information into the system, but it does not seem to be able to find my business registration after I input the requested information.
So if you're putting your operator information, there's two different things. You can link your operator's license and you can link your company registration. You have to make sure that when you're linking your business registration, that the first question you select business instead of individual, and then principal registration, your PR number, including just the numbers, not the P and the R, and the last four of your tax ID. If you are entering that information and having difficulty, please give us a call so we can make sure that you have the correct tax ID. Sometimes the company's owners used their social security number instead of their tax ID. So if you just call us, we can make sure that you have the correct information that you're entering.
Perfect. All right. Are there any other questions? And spread the word. So yeah, Ronnie, you've said a couple of times, give me a call. What number should they call?
I will type it in here right now. You can call or email. Our phones have been ringing off the hook, so
I'm good.
if we don't answer a phone call, oh, thank you, Melissa.
I'm sorry, I had already put it in there before. I just pasted it back in
Oh,
again.
Okay.
perfect. And the
Yeah, so if we
website I
don't
see
answer,
also has contact us, so that's always a nice option to click on any website.
yeah, so our phone calls are, like I said, ringing off the hook. So if we don't answer the phone, shoot us an email. We'll get back to you as quickly as possible.
Wonderful. All right. Are there any other, let's see. Jen has a quick question. Is a mom and pop business considered a PR?
Any company registration, if you have a company registered with us, you have a PR number. So yes, whether you're mom and pops or a huge corporation, every company registration has a PR.
Right.
And just to further clarify, PR stands for principal registration. BR stands for branch registration.
Right.
And I have gotten questions today with people that weren't quite sure if they had a branch registration. And so just to clarify that, if a branch registration is a separate location, so you may have your principal registration in Sacramento, but you have another branch office location in another area or maybe even the same town, that would be considered a branch office or a branch registration.
Right. And then Jen wanted to clarify, will I need a new PR number?
No. No, you use the same PR number that you were issued when the company was registered.
Great. Thank goodness. And Surf City asks, what if the company was sold? What happens to the old WDOs?
All the old WDOs that were in the old system were transferred to the new system. If there is an ownership change, depending on the structure of the company, if it's a corporation and just the officers are changing and there's no need to re-register, then you'll continue to file under the same PR. If it does need to be registered, then the new activities will just be filed under the new PR once it's issued.
Right. Super. All right. And so, Jen, I hope we answered your question that your PR did roll over from the old system to the new system. And since you only have a single office, you probably don't have branch numbers.
Perfect. Thank
Perfect.
you,
All right.
Jen.
Great. Okay. And oh, wonderful. Melissa dropped in how to search for your PR number if you've misplaced it or if you don't have it written down and memorized. So there's always a lookup for that. Any other questions? Yes, and a reminder that your PR is on your wall license too. All right, I don't see any other raised hands. I don't see anyone. Let's see. Oh, can we order new wall licenses through the new system?
Not yet, not at this time, Jose. We continue to send in the affidavit of lost license form if you need to request duplicate licenses, please.
Super. All right. We've got a raised hand from a phone number in the 243 area code. WebEx might tell you, but you can press *6 to unmute. All right. Did you try pressing *6? All righty. Looks like it's not working out, but Luis had asked in the chat, how often can you request a one-time code?
For the one-time code, it's good for 24 hours. So if you generate a one-time code for your admin staff, that one-time code could be used as many times as you wish. You can give the same code to all of your admin staff. As long as they link within 24 hours, it will work. After 24 hours, you will have to re-request a new one-time code if some of your staff didn't link. So you can request as many as you want. And I guess depends on how many admin staff you have that you really want to get linked.
Wonderful. All right, I see our 243 area code person is unmuted. You want to try and ask your question?
I don't know if that's me. Is that me?
Oh, yes, that
Yes.
is. Yep.
Oh, wonderful. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
trying to follow the plan here.
right.
Okay. I'm actually right now inside of the structural, pest control board where it says, welcome, Ted Tran, who the individual, and it has the license type, the license, whatever. So I'm in, but it, I don't know if the license is registered. Do you get what I'm saying? How would I know that? Well,
So
it is.
if you're
No, wait, I'm sorry. I take that back. It says here, the principal, it says, welcome Ted Tran. And then it says PR 8684. And then it says issuance date. So does that mean that I'm on board already?
do you see the green WDO activity button right here and the generate
Correct.
one
Yes.
button?
Yes, I do.
Then
I do.
yes, you're in, you're linked. All you have to do is click on that WDO activity button and you'll see your account's transaction history, be able to file activities, clicking manage activities, and do everything else.
Okay, wonderful. Now I know that you said that you already have the links where it just goes through everything so that we could add on the current ones that we have right now. Is that right? The current WDOs that we have right now, and then just process them through here, right? Where I'm at right now is where we're going to be processing it through, correct?
Yes, you'll just click on this manage activities button and then either upload file if you are submitting from a termite program or
No,
manage
it'll be
activities.
it'll
And
it'll be individually.
yeah, so
Individual.
just click that add new button, manage activities, and then add new here. And then you can type in each address. If you
Correct.
had any activities in your old pending that did not get submitted, they will show up in your pending here today.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, you answered my question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Fantastic. All righty. So let's see. Westgard Termite asks, can we bring on a licensed applicator who we want to hire through Connect?
They can create their own account and submit an exam and a license application through their own account. You cannot submit the application for them using your company or like using your personal account that you linked your company with. They have to create their own account. But yes, they can submit a license or exam application in that system.
Super.
It
All
looks
right.
like the person they're referring to is licensed as an applicator. So if you're just trying to get that person associated to the company, you're going to go to our website and print off the transfer of employment form and submit it like you normally would for anybody else. That functionality will eventually be in the online system, but it is not yet. I did put a link to the forms on there. I'll paste that in reply to your question as well.
Perfect.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
Melissa.
And let's see. Ahmed Noor asks, can we order stamps through the new system?
No, at this time, you can submit an exam application, a license application, a company registration application, a branch office registration application, or file WDOs. That's what we have in the system right now. We're working on adding some more stuff, but that's what it's available at this time.
All right. Perfect. All right. So a couple people with thank yous and system was working fine. That's nice to hear. And let me send you another unmute request to our previous commenter from the 243 area code, I think. And you can press *6 to unmute. I know we got it working last time.
Oh, here, I'm unmuted.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, okay, thank you. One more question, I'm sorry. On the WDOs, when we're in there to submit them, I placed Ted's account, which is my husband, and the name is misspelled where it says welcome Tef, and it should be Ted, Ted. So how do I change that?
If you shoot us an email with his email address and the incorrect name and the correct name, we can get that changed for you.
Wonderful. So, and the email address would be the.
The pest board, I'll drop it in the chat right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That'll be it. Thank you.
Super. And Ronnie and Melissa, I assume you're seeing and enjoying all the thank yous and all the reports of the system working smoothly for people. That's great to see. All right, are there any more questions? Okay, now that you're live, again, have a little patience in the first couple days because there's a lot of people trying to catch their backlogs up, but don't worry, you don't have to have it done today. But yeah, a lot of work on everyone's part to get this to go live. So congratulations, everybody with Structural Pest.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you. Thank you all
I
for your
just
patience
wanted,
as well.
yes, absolutely. Thank you all for your patience. I also wanted to add that we do have another town hall coming up on next Tuesday. The next town hall, we're going to do our demos based around your needs. So if you're having specific issues in the system and you want to come back for the town hall on Tuesday at 2 p.m., that is, let's see, what is the date for Tuesday? So that's going to be the 25th of November. If you want to come back and join that session and bring the issues that you're having so that we can demo exactly what issues the industry is having. We want to really focus in on more so the areas that you're struggling with and really help you to learn that. So again, if you're free, feel free to join. If you have issues over the next week, feel free to bring those issues with you. Unless it's something more specific to your company, then definitely email us or call us, reach out to us. But if it's just a general process and you want to see specifically that demoed, feel free to join in. We'll base that demo around your needs. Thank you all for joining, and thank you, Anne, for being here, and thank you, Ronnie, for your demo.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Right, so
I think we have one more question that just came in from Lewis.
exactly. Yeah, Luis asked if I would like to add an admin licensee. How do I do that? It's not easy to get through this because I keep getting errors.
Okay, Luis, if you once you're logged in as the owner of the company and you have this generate one-time code button, if you click that button, it will ask you to select a license number. If you have branch offices and only want to give them access to one branch office, select a branch office. Most of the time, we're going to be selecting the PR. So select your PR number and then click submit. It will generate a one-time code for you. If you copy that one-time code and then provide it to your admin staff, you have to give them that code. Once they have the code, they will log into their account and click on the license link button. The first question asked if it's an individual license or a business license. They'll select business. And then, are you one of the business owners? They will say no. For license type, they'll select principal registration. And then type in the company's license number. And then they will put in the one-time code that you provided them. Once they do that and hit submit, they should be linked to your company. Now, when they're linked to your company as an admin staff and not as an owner, they will only have this WDO activity button. They are not going to have the generate one-time code. They cannot give anybody else admin access to the account. So an admin access will look like this, where they have the WDO activity button and the provide access button, but not the one-time code. So as an admin staff user, they will be able to provide access to other users, but the people that they provide access to will not be able to provide access to other people. But yes, they need to use that license link and use the one-time code instead of your tax ID number. And if you continue to have problems, just reach out to me, shoot me an email or give me a call, and I'll help you get through it.
Right. And I was going to say, if somebody has like a screen that they can play one of the earlier videos and then pause it while you get that step done and then start replay into the next step, that might help too. But yeah, the board absolutely is happy to help. And Melissa put the email and phone number in for you. All right. Any other questions from anyone? All right. Good luck with all the uploading you'll be doing. And then, yes, if you have any problems, we will see you next Tuesday. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon. Anything else, Ronnie or Melissa?
I think that's it.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks everyone for being here, and we'll see you next week if you need us.